All right. Are we missing one? Let's see. Who are we missing? Oh, Alderman Glab, he's here. I'm guessing that's Andrew there. There he is. Okay.
We're just missing Divine, huh?
Yeah.
Just an FYI, I might not be able to stand for the pledge. Lovely.
Excuses, Frank.
I know, I'm sorry.
Hey, Alderman Devine, is that you? I'm guessing on the phone.
Yeah, this is Alderman Devine.
Okay. Thank you.
Vic, although I do enjoy the tie, Frank's got you beat today.
Yeah. I don't ever want to beat Frank if he's in that. I don't want to be in that position to beat him.
Oh,
Get better, get home.
thanks. I plan on it.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everybody, on Halloween. Saturday, October 31st, special anniversary city council meeting.
Got a lot of feedback, Mayor.
All right, let's try that. Is that better?
Okay.
All right. Once again, Saturday, October 31st, special and emergency city council meeting in regarding to the push tax. So we'll go ahead and call the do roll call. I think Monty's going to go ahead and do that.
Alderman Santee,
Here.
Alderman Glab,
Here.
Alderman McClatchy,
Here.
Alderman Harding. I saw him.
There you
He's
go.
here.
He's unmuted now.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yep. Alderman Strack,
Here.
Alderman Devine,
Here.
Alderwoman Miller,
Here.
and Mayor Jett.
Here. Thank you, council. If everyone could still please stand for the pledge.
It's my permission to
Pledge allegiance to the
United States
United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
which stands one nation under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty, justice for
just
all.
for all.
One of these times we'll be in sync, but all right, so let's go ahead and get started with public comment. This public comment portion is only for items that are not on the agenda this afternoon. So is anyone on here that would like to give a public comment? If so, please unmute yourself. All right, I see none. Moving on to item 4 is a motion to adopt an ordinance amending Title 4, Chapter 6, video gaming terminals of the City of McHenry Municipal Code. I am looking for a motion and a second to approve. Alderman Harding,
I make the motion to approve.
thank you. Second, Alderman Santee,
Second.
thank you. We'll go ahead and have discussion by City Council. Alderman McClatchy, go ahead.
Yeah, just to be clear, this is not to raise any taxes. We're just putting this in effect so we can use it down the road if we need to, right?
David, you want to go ahead and kind of
I think you
give a
need to
rundown a little bit on that?
say that again, Frank. I didn't quite understand how you were.
I didn't either.
Okay, this is to pass an ordinance that gives us the right to do this down the road. We're not implementing a tax at this time, right?
Oh, no, this is implementing it right now.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, any other questions by council? Alderman Miller, go ahead.
Yeah, how do we?
So we're implementing it, but we're not, and let me go back to the ordinance to make sure I have this clear. So we're implementing the tax, in 466. But collection and payment is not due until our finance director notifies everyone in writing. So we're implementing, but when do we plan on putting it in place?
Randy.
It's gonna take a few months, right, Randy?
So this is actually one of the revisions that we would suggest that you make to the ordinance. When it was originally drafted, we, the language was in the legislation was changing. Because the legislation reads that the municipality has to adopt an ordinance imposing an amusement tax, we recommend that you impose the amusement tax now and remove or make the language that it's effective immediately. And then for collection purposes, it will take some time for us to get the forms together and to send out notice to the business owners. So we don't have a date right now as to when that's going to happen, but it would not be immediately.
Thanks, Pete.
Did you understand that?
Chief, go ahead.
Monty, can you confirm? We already made that correction. So the motion is correct. We
Okay.
already took that language out of the ordinance. So the motion they're making on the most current ordinance is correct. That language was removed. But it will take us probably through the end of this year before we get the process set in place and we actually start seeing revenues.
Thanks, Chief. Alderman
And-
Santi, go ahead. Oh,
Let Sue, let Alderwoman Miller
go ahead.
follow up. Go ahead.
And we have the option, although we're imposing and implementing, we have the option of not collecting, correct?
Yeah,
I think that's a question for David, but I think that the council could probably suspend any taxation that we have. We've done it before through COVID. We've suspended.
I'm not sure suspension is the right
Tax
word either, Chief. I think
Plus, we've also
point is
voted
that
to
we're-
reduce them at times
the-
in the future.
the legislation is tricky. They're trying to, beat everybody to the clock here by having this done by midnight tonight. And then also it has to be effective, implemented today. You can't delay that. Some people in some other towns suggested, let's have it effective next, at the next fiscal year. You can't do that. It's got to be effective today. When we collect it is the word, is our procedural problem. It has nothing to do with the effectiveness of the ordinance. The tax is being imposed, implemented today, if it's adopted. And we'll work on collection between what the city council wants and what Carolyn and the staff can do.
go ahead, Sue. Go ahead.
So
Sure.
paragraph E, effective date, the push tax shall be effective as of today, provided, however, that the duty of any video gaming licensee or gaming operator to collect and remit will not commence until the finance director sends notice to the video gaming licensee or the video gaming operator license at the address provided in the most recent application. So I guess my point is, I understand the need to pass the ordinance, but I don't know that I have enough information to tell Carolyn to go put out these notices. And I thought that was part of our conversation today, is that we'd be getting more information before we implement collection, really putting it in play. I get that the ordinance is making it effective and implementing it, but paragraph E gives us that, but not until we do something proactive. And I guess I get it, but I wanted more information as well, because I've had several license holders reach out to me and say, do you know all that you need to know? And I understand the need for the ordinance, but I don't know that I have all the information I need.
Chief, go ahead.
And Monty, if you can pipe up, Alderwoman Miller, I think you might be looking at the not most recent version of what the
I
motion.
have the one that was in my door. Is that not the most recent
That
version?
is not the most recent.
Got it.
We emailed the most recent current one, and just for some background, that language was, for lack of better terms, it was taken from a more recent motion or ordinance that was drafted by the city of Crystal Lake that passed about a week and a half ago. Because they were operating off of a different presumption based on a different Senate bill that was prior to House Bill 3136. So when we put that in there, it was for them, as they were anticipating whether or not that bill went through. There was a deadline that was originally prior to June, and they were concerned about theirs. So we used that same language, but based on the advice of council, we removed it and sent an updated version, and then posted that updated version accordingly on Friday as well.
I'll go find it. I just walked in my door, sorry.
All right, any other city council comments? Alderman Santee, go ahead.
Okay, so just kind of following up with Alderwoman Miller. There's some time frame here in regards to what Carolyn needs to do. And it's my understanding, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but some of these machines can't even be programmed for this today. Is that correct? Do we have knowledge of how this is being done by other municipalities that voted on this months ago?
So I could comment to that a little bit. So we don't have any information from any of our operators that they can't count this. What we do know is that there was some litigation reference Oak Lawn's push tax that between the operator and so forth, but it was weakened when the actual business owners were able to count the push tax and then supplied it or provided that payment to the city. So there are ways to do it out there. To answer your question on all the different operators that are in McHenry, no, this opportunity to bring before you came to us on Thursday at the end of business. So there will be a process of reaching out to all the operators in town, along with all the businesses. It should be noted then, just for everybody's sake, the most current version of the ordinance also clearly states that the businesses are not liable to collect this push tax and provide it back to the city. It is the operators that are liable. I know there were some questions on whether or not the businesses were that, but that was one of the updates in that last version that went out to council. The businesses are not liable, just the operators, to collect that push tax from the player and transmit it to the city.
Thank you. That was my second question. And just to follow up another portion of the discussion, it's an ordinance. I know this is going to the extreme, but it's an ordinance that we can put on the books. And this is an ordinance that we can take off the books, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right. That's all I have. Thank you.
David, could you possibly even comment if we put it on the books for 1 cent and the council 2 years later wanted to reduce it to a half a cent? As long as they reduce it, they could actually amend it. They just can't increase it, correct?
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Alderman Glad, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to bring up the fact that, David, do we need to amend that motion? Because what has been sent to us and the last one that was emailed to us, if you take a look at the end, the ayes and nays, we have Alderman Schaefer and Alderman Mahavik listed. Frank, I guess you've been replaced already.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
I was going to say, but we need to make sure, we've got people that are out there that are not happy with this. And I don't mean local, but organization wise. And we need to make sure everything, dotted and crossed. And I just want to make sure that when we do we change the motion because what we've made the motion on is what's been presented, and that change is in there so that there's no question about it.
Yeah, the roll call will reflect the people who are actually in office, of course.
I understand, but what I'm getting at is what's presented is not.
I know that. I understand it. Yeah, we'll make sure that's corrections made.
Any other city council comment? Alderman McClatchy, go ahead.
Yeah, just to clear something up. So the business doesn't pay the 1 cent tax, basically the people that own the machines?
Correct.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha. Thank you.
Any other questions by city council? All right, I'm going to open up for public comment regarding this item. If you would like to make a public comment, please unmute yourself. Please state your name and either your address or organization that you're from. Okay, I see none.
There's nothing there, Mayor, when you call for the motion, taking into consideration Alderman Glab's comment, would you just ask that the motion be to adopt the ordinance as most recently proposed with the amendment, like the current city council names on the bottom?
All right, thank you.
Do I have to say that, or are we good to go ahead and,
I said it.
all right,
Well, the motion, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
So
You made the motion, so.
no, Alderman Harding made the motion. So, is he agreeable? Then I need to agree to it too as a second. I'm agreeing to it.
I agree.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
so any other city council comments before we do a roll call? No? Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Harding,
Yes.
Alderman Santee,
Yes.
Alderman Glab,
Yes.
Alderman McClatchy,
Yes,
Alderman Strack,
Yes.
Alderman Devine,
Yes.
Alderwoman Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Jet.
Yes. All right, thank you.
Good luck,
city-
Frank.
Thank you,
Oh,
staff.
thank you.
Yep.
Getting on here, obviously last minute like this and taking you away from your families today. So enjoy your Halloween, and Alderman McClatchy, get better.
yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Can I get a motion to adjourn, Alderman Strack?
Motion.
Second? Alderman Santee?
I will second.
Thank you, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Strack,
Yes.
Alderman Santee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Devine,
Yes.
Alderman Harding,
Yes.
Alderman McClatchy,
Yes.
Alderman Glab.
Wait, hang on a second. I think somebody's at the door. Oh, there's some kids at the door for trick or treat. I'll be right back.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
All right, everyone, take care. Happy
Good night.
Halloween.